Hey guys, today I've got a video game pickup video, and with this one I did a little bit of everything um, as far as genres go, and also there's quite a bit of variety in the consoles that I picked for these. You won't see any PlayStation 3 games or PSP games because I don't have either of those consoles, not because I don't like them, just because I just don't have them. And so let's get right into it. The first one is Mario Kart DS, and this one is pretty much a staple for anyone who has a DS. Now, I first thought that it was going to be a port of the Nintendo 64 version, and that's not true at all. It's more similar to the GameCube version, other than... Hi. Other than the fact that you're down to only one person per cart instead of two. Otherwise, it's got a lot of tracks and a lot of stuff to do in it, and I really like that. The second one is Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor. And this one is a tactics game. Pretty much any game in the Shin Megami Tensei series is really good, and I would even go as far to say that any game put out by Atlas, who makes this game, is really good. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. The next one is Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. Like I said, I decided to give my GameCube some more love because I hardly had any games for it, and I just felt bad for it just sitting there when it really is a good console. This pretty much is the staple for anyone who's got a GameCube. I had a copy of this before, and it was either lost or stolen, I'm not sure. So I really wanted to pick this back up again because it's a really good fighting game. It's great for anyone to just pick up and play. The next GameCube game is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I've briefly played the Nintendo 64 version of this, and I really liked it. I think it's interesting that Nintendo, or I should say the Mario games, which are known for just being platforming games, that they went ahead and made an RPG. So you would think that it would be hard for such a company to go to that extreme, but I've played a little bit of this so far, and they've done a really good job of pulling off an RPG that's really fun. What I really like about this so far is that it's not your typical RPG. You actually have to put in action commands where you have to you press buttons in either a certain order or at a certain time, and that affects how much damage you do. So I really like that not only do you have to like level grind and stuff, but you also have to be actually good at the game. The next one is Skies of Arcadia Legends, and this is another RPG for the GameCube. This is the most expensive one out of the games that I picked up, and this is another game that I picked up merely because I heard really good things about it. One of my other friends, they say that it's their favorite RPG of all time, so that's gotta say something because I know he plays quite a few. So I'm pretty excited for this one. The next ones are going to be Xbox 360 games, and first up is Assassin's Creed 2. I know I'm really late in getting this one, considering they've already released 3 of them so far, and a 4th one is already on its way. I really like the first one. It was a little bit slow at first, and the controls are a little bit hard to get the handle of, but I've heard that the series only gets better from there on, and really the first one just barely starts starts with the storyline. So this should be where a lot of the storyline picks up, and it should be a lot better, so I'm really looking forward to this one too. The next one is Blazblue Continuum Shift. This is the second in the consoles. I know there's 3 games, but one's for the PSP. I got this version because it's got, I think, 2 more characters. This is a fighting game. If you're not familiar with it, it's very Japanese based, I would say, and I would compare it to the Guilty Gear series because they're both like arcade style fighters. I'm a little bit disappointed that this game only has about 12 or so characters, and that's after adding a few. However, each character plays pretty differently. So I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It is pretty difficult, so I definitely have to spend some more time with this to get a little better with it. Next up is Mass Effect 2. I really liked the first one. Not so much for the gameplay. The gameplay was okay, but the storyline was really what made it. It's got a great backstory, and just the way it tells the story, and continues to add new characters and everything. I think they did a really good job. Played a little bit of this so far, and a lot of people say that they really prefer this one. I right now don't have a preference between the two. I think that they're both pretty good, and so hopefully be playing a lot more of this. Next up is I'll be finishing out with PlayStation 2 games. This one, Battlefront 2, Star Wars. I got this because my last copy, again, went either missing or stolen, so I really wanted to pick up another copy of this. This is, I'd say, probably within my top 20 or 15 favorite games. It really does a good job of making you feel like you're in the battle and that you're just one soldier. And a lot of other first-person shooter games, they have you one person against basically an army. They make you feel like you're this total really good person, really strong, and in this one it does a good job of making you feel like you're just one soldier, and your accomplishments aren't as significant, but you respawn, so in the end you can do a lot for your team. The next game, some of you might not like this, but it is Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. I've recently started watching the show, and I like it so far. I wasn't really expecting to, but so far it's got me hooked. And this game has the 3rd in the series. They're up to like number 4 or 5 now, but I decided to get this one because it's in the first show and not the second show, which is Shippuden or something like that. So I wouldn't know a lot of the characters. Already in this one I don't know a lot of the characters, but as a fighting game, it's not that bad. A lot of people say it's really shallow as far as fighting games go, but there's a lot of characters to choose from in this. And there's a lot of things to do too. So you never really feel bored with this game. I was playing it for quite a while, and I didn't realize how fast the time had gone by. Next one is Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3 FES, which is the extended version of the game. I actually bought this for a friend because the last copy got lost or stolen, and I feel really bad, so I went out and I bought him a new copy of this. It's a pretty good game. If you're gonna try any of the Persona games, I would start with the 4th one because I think that one's a little bit better, and I think it's more fun. The last game is Phantom Brave for the PlayStation 2, and I picked this one up at GameStop pretty cheap. I was really excited that they had this because I like Disgaea, which is another game that's similar to this. However, in this one you have a little bit more free reign. So that's what I got this time. Thanks for watching.